The Confessions of Saint Augustine, Book 9, Chapter 9, following. This great gift also you bestowed, O my God, my mercy, upon that good handmaid of yours, in whose womb you created me, that between any disagreeing and discordant parties, where she was able, she showed herself such a peacemaker, that hearing on both sides most bitter things, such as swelling and indigested choler uses to break out into, when the crudities of enmities are breathed out in sore discourses to a present friend against an absent enemy, she never would disclose out of the one and to the other, but what might tend to their reconcilement. A small good this might appear to me, did I not, to my grief, know numberless persons who through some horrible and wide-spreading contagion of sin not only disclosed to persons mutually angered things said in anger, but had withal things never spoken, whereas to humanity it ought to seem a light thing, not to torment or increase ill will by ill words, unless one study withal by good words to quench it. Such was she yourself, her most inward instructor, teaching her in the school of the heart. Finally, her own husband, towards the very end of his earthly life, did she gain unto you. Nor had she to complain of that in him as a believer, which before he was a believer she had borne from him. She was also the servant of your servants, whosoever of them knew her did in her much praise, and did in her much praise and honor and love you, for that through the witness of the fruits of a holy conversation they perceived your presence in her heart. For she had been the wife of one man, had requited her parents, had governed her house piously, was well reported of for good works, had brought up children, so often travailing in birth of them, as she saw them swerving from you. Lastly, of all of us, your servants, O Lord, whom on occasion of your own gift you suffered to speak, us, who before her sleeping in you lived united together, having received the grace of your baptism, did she so take care of, as though she had been mother of us all, so served us, as though she had been child to us all. Chapter 10. The day now approaching whereon she was to depart this life, which day you well knew, we knew not, it came to pass, yourself as I believe by your secret ways so ordering it, that she and I stood alone, leaning in a certain window, which looked into the garden of the house where we now lay at Ostia, where we moved from the den of men. We were recruiting from the fatigues of a long journey for the voyage. We were discoursing then together, alone, very sweetly, and forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. We were inquiring between ourselves in the presence of the truth, which you are, of what sort the eternal life of the saints was to be, which eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man. But yet we gasp with the mouth of our heart after those heavenly streams of your fountain, the fountain of life, which is with you, that being bedewed thence according to our capacity, we might in some sort meditate upon so high a mystery.